But we begin with the search for a killer. Police say a neighborhood security guard was ambushed, shot in his patrol car overnight. Houston police just tweeted these photos of a vehicle now wanted in the crime, and we're going to be taking a closer look at that in a moment. Police found security guard Robert Marquez along Rush Creek Drive near Ella. Melissa Correa joins us from North Houston with more.
This is a pretty popular residential area with two huge subdivisions on either side of Ella here at Rush Creek. And because there's so many people, Houston police say they were able to track down at least one person who witnessed what happened. Investigators took advantage of daylight to comb through this section of North Houston one more time. Evidence is limited, but with the help of that witness, Houston police are now looking for this older model Ford Explorer. A witness told investigators this SUV sped away from the scene moments after the shooting, which happened just before midnight.
He was in some sort of pursuit of a vehicle. At some point, somebody got out of the vehicle and began shooting at him.
From this video, you see the black Ford Taurus. With the blue light bar flashing, investigators say the security guard's vehicle could easily pass as an unmarked police unit.
You may have thought it was actually an officer.
In the car as the shooter approached. Investigators say multiple shots were fired and the security guard, Robert Marquez, was shot at least once. Marquez was able to call 911, but officers found him unresponsive in the driver's seat, with the doors locked and the car still in gear.
He was in some sort of pursuit of a vehicle. At some point, somebody got out of the vehicle and began shooting at him and shot and killed him.
Investigators say Marquez was supposed to be patrolling this community off Chipman. We mapped the location, and it shows it's south from where he was found shot. Tonight, the person who was driving this SUV could really help police crack this case. In North Houston, Melissa Correa, KHOU 11 News.